I think there has been a huge disconnect between consumers and farmers, and I think people take for granted their food, and I think they're starting to change their mind on that because of the shortages that we've been seeing.
From those empty shelves to rising prices to worries about contamination, there are plenty of reasons people are either growing more of their own food or reaching out to local farmers and growers. According to the National Gardening Association, 18.3 million people took up gardening in 2021. They're younger, more diverse, and live in both urban and rural environments. Now there's a new way to connect them with their growing community.
So they're living the good life.
Nikki Calvitis may be referring to her chickens, but she could easily be talking about what she's created for her family at Sister Hawk Farm in Sand Lake.
Outside of my children, one of my greatest joys. I feel like I'm making a difference not only for my family, but for the people around me. And it's hard and it's frustrating and it can be kind of costly sometimes, but it is definitely like a worthwhile endeavor.
She's giving longtime friend Tara Osman a tour.
And this is also where I garden.
They've known each other since high school, but today they also have a connection through this farm, this lifestyle, and an app called Farmish.
I'm a mom, I'm a gardener, I'm a web developer, and when the pandemic started, I, like a lot of families, started to expand our garden and look around for more local food sources.
Great if you know someone like Nikki, but Tara was surprised how hard connecting could be.
Facebook Marketplace is not set up for local food, so there was a lot of coded language and people posting in groups that they were looking for XYZ. And so I made a lot of connections on social media, ended up meeting up with someone I met on Instagram, bought potatoes in a parking lot.
Tara knew there was a way to make this a lot easier, so she did it herself and developed the app specifically designed for the local family farm.
So Farmish is like Craigslist for farmers and gardeners. So users can create a free listing for things like backyard chicken eggs, produce, garden supplies, plants, trees, and buyers can search on a map or by keyword and then send a message to the seller in the app, and all the transactions happen off the app so the seller can barter or collect PayPal, Venmo, cash, whatever suits their situation.
The app is completely free to use, and thanks to word of mouth and her very successful marketing on TikTok, it is blowing up.
Amazing. So I launched it in March and we had over 1,000 users by the end of that week. We are now up to 105,000 users from all across the country as of this morning. So we have thousands of listings, people having conversations about eggs and plant starts and all kinds of resources and tools, that fit in the farm and garden space. Those interactions are happening all over the country, so it's been amazing.
Interactions between farmers like Nikki and others who are doing the same thing just a few miles down the road, bringing technology into an age-old practice, returning grocery shopping back to its roots.
I raise chickens and I have these other things, the bees and everything, but I also am a herd share owner from a local dairy a few miles away, and I buy beef from a farm in Coopersville. And so I'm utilizing these other farms. I buy tomatoes from my neighbor down the street. So it's just really a way to connect with people and to, as Tara said, build community, and I think that's really important.
We have not had paid promotion. We've not had advertising. It's all been people finding out about Farmish and sharing it in their local communities, and I think that's the secret sauce. You want to find them right in your community and connect with that seller, and for that seller to be able to build a customer base without a website and a marketing plan and digital advertising, I think is a really good blend of both worlds.
If you'd like to download the app, again, it is free. We do have a link on our website. We also have links to Tara's social media accounts. She shares some tips and insight about gardening at home, everything from building a raised bed to starting from seed. So lots of fun, and she makes it fun on TikTok. So, it's fun little snippets and, some good advice there.
I need all the tips. That's great. Tara.
I know, right? Thanks so much.